Hello, everybody, and welcome to Mike and Dave Hit the Stage. I'm Mike.
And I am Dave.
All right, so today we picked Sadie Hawkins, and I had no idea what you meant. You had to explain it to me about 4 or 5 times. Please explain yourself.
I was very surprised that you didn't not ever heard the term Sadie Hawkins Day. It's usually in November where usually it's high school kids ask each other to a dance, and it's the girls asking the guys.
Okay.
It's a role reversal, a traditional role reversal. And in this case, I was like, oh, we should just pick stuff from our collection specifically that would the other person may enjoy.
Right.
So I picked stuff that I thought you would enjoy. You picked stuff I hope that you thought I would enjoy.
I did.
I thought you might be like, nah, fuck him. I'll pick what I like.
No.
Go sit on a dick.
Well, the funny thing is I did pick stuff that I thought you would like, but I thought you would like it also because I like it, and it would give me a chance to explain to you kind of where I come from. Because a lot of times we've been speaking about like songs, you know, that are whatever. But I think this actually gives us a chance to actually explain ourselves to each other.
Yes.
Right?
A lot of the songs I picked, for better or worse,
Yeah.
are part of my musical growth, like stuff from my childhood or from my teen years coming up. So a lot of this stuff is specifically picked because it's of a style that you may enjoy or have enjoyed in the past.
Right.
And it's part of my history.
Right. So what I did was I picked songs that I thought you would really enjoy. There's one aspect of these songs that I didn't do on purpose. I don't know if you picked it up.
I don't think I did.
Okay, a lot of these songs that I've picked
Here we go.
have specific breakdowns that are just bass.
Which is funny because I never pay attention to that.
No?
Yeah, like
I'm listening to it as we're going through the things, and I'm listening. I'm like, this asshole's going to think I picked these songs because they have fucking distinct bass parts in them.
some of them have really good bass parts.
Yeah.
First song, love. But yeah, I don't pay attention to that. Like,
Oh, okay.
You know when everyone says, "Oh, it's the bass solo. It's time to go get something to drink."
Yeah.
I'm still one of those people, even though I'm a bassist.
Really?
I don't believe the bass is a solo instrument. It can be.
Yeah.
But as a bass solo, like bass solos and really bass solos, drum solos are interesting at least.
Yeah.
But a bass solo is like, okay, you're playing the bass. If you're not playing part of the music, it feels like you're lacking.
Right.
Like we've seen bass solos and they're interesting,
Yeah.
but do they hold my attention? Not at all.
No, when we saw the Winery Dogs, that held my attention, and
Like
like
held your attention because you had never seen it before.
right. And I told you there was a fucking note that he hit that fucking I didn't. As much as I don't think I have a soul, that shit touched me. Like I fucking
Yeah, I know it
it
touched you.
molested me, dude.
Yeah.
It fucking molested me.
Little tickle.
Yeah. It touched a part of me that I didn't even know existed. And I looked right at you. I remember as soon as he did it, I went, oh my God.
Yeah, I don't ever want you to look at me and say, "Oh my God," like that ever again. It's like suddenly somebody found the on switch.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, not like that, but I mean,
Back into the left.
it was. It really did. It was like something I never heard before. And even though I probably heard the note a million times.
Yeah, it's the notes on the fretboard are the notes on the fretboard.
Yeah.
The way he plays.
The way he played it, yeah.
But in most music, bass solos don't grab me.
Yeah.
Unless it's something really wild or weird or crazy notes or something you've never heard before.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that they had specific bass tones.
Yeah.
The bass tone, especially in our first song, was just that perfect hardcore,
Right.
just gritty yet clean. It's that perfect mix.
So let's get to it. The first song that I picked for you for the Sadie Hawkins was Ever Ready by H2O.
Yes.
So this, I've been listening to H2O since about 95. They came out in 94, 95. They played their first show literally in the neighborhood I grew up in Bayside. They played at on Bell Boulevard, their first show.
Wow.
Yeah, at Raw. I don't know if you remember. It was a Raw.
It's not an age thing. I didn't
No, I
know
understand.
anything about Queens until I
Right.
moved into Queens.
Right. So they, yeah. And I didn't know them back then. I wish I would have. I would have went, well, no, in 95 I was
15?
No, in 95 I was.
I was trying to be nice.
No, I was
23?
No, Jesus, stop! I was 19. I'm trying to do math, and you're fucking talking to me. I'm terrible at math as it is, and then you keep
And
talking
I'm
to
worse.
me. So
I was actually trying to do math, and it wasn't working.
23, 47. What? I'm not even 40.
You were two guesses off of 69.
So H2. This might be the first H2O song I ever heard, and I'm pretty sure the first time I heard H2O was on WSOU, and I loved it. I fucking loved it because it's a hard. They're a New York hardcore band. And they label themselves positive hardcore.
They are very positive,
Which I love. I've met Toby a bunch of times. I've met most of the guys, actually all the guys in H2O. Quickly after a show, but I've met Toby most of the time, most often. Genuinely fucking nice guy.
Didn't mention how soft your hands are.
No, he never did. Thank God. But we did. I ran into him outside of a juice place one time, and we went in. And as we were standing there, it was so cool because I was talking to a guy that I look up to. I mean, Toby, and in walks Alec Baldwin and his daughter.
You've told this story on this podcast
Have I?
before. Yeah.
Have I? But it was so
you've
funny.
told it in passing.
It's so funny because, but it's so funny because it was like I said, it was me with a guy that I like, and then we both looked at each other, and Toby gave me a look like, is that fucking Alec Baldwin? Like, it was so cool, and but I think this song is it's so feel good, I love it. I love it. I thought you would love it.
Did when you saw Alec Baldwin, did he call you a selfish little pig?
No. Okay. But the funny thing is
And
that
you weren't driving a cab, so he didn't assault you.
this time he did look at us, and he was he gave us a dirty look. But I've met Alec Baldwin a million times, and he was the nicest guy to me. That's why when they always bring up, and now now he's being charged with whatever. But
I don't know how that works.
I don't either. I'm sure there's some legal way, but if somebody hands you, I mean, is every actor supposed to?
I don't know.
Whatever. Anyway, get back to the music.
Yeah, I don't know anything. I know gun laws, but
Right.
I don't know how that works with Hollywood and all the prop guns and mishandling.
Yeah.
Whatever. I've heard a lot of people say he's very nice,
Yeah,
and
he was great to me.
I have a feeling that the look you had recognizing him, he might have thought like, oh, they're gonna come talk to me.
No, I think it was because he was with his daughter.
And that's why. Like, he's like, they're going to come talk to me and I'm with my daughter.
Right.
Was it the one that he likes or the one that he doesn't
I
like?
don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember who it was.
Not his wife, Humidity?
Yeah.
I don't know her
He
name.
speaks with a fake Spanish accent, apparently, and she's from, like, Flushing or something.
Of course. Everyone's from Flushing. I might be from Flushing. I'm not doing it. No, I'm going to leave it alone. Yeah, this was a really good song. Really upbeat. Love the bass tone.
Yeah.
Not the focus, the positive attitude.
Yeah.
That upbeat attitude. This list is, I won't say a home run, but it's pretty good.
What, for me?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, it's definitely not a home run for me. I can tell by your face.
Well, yeah, we were talking beforehand that
We didn't go into specifics,
You
which is
kind
something
of-
we usually start with.
you kind of when we said we would pick songs from our library that we thought the other person would like, I didn't know you were literally going to go like down the radio.
Well, I didn't. I did, but I didn't.
So,
Well, this is stuff and when we get to my side of this list, you're going to
Yeah.
understand where I got these picks.
oh well,
from.
yeah, but
And they're not quite as interesting, but still very they're still very much part of the growing up process for
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
And musically growing up,
Right.
not really. They're more of the listenership. Like this is a lot of this stuff was before I really got into playing.
right,
At least enough to know what I'm doing.
right.
Which I still don't. I still have no fucking clue what I'm doing.
After seeing last night, I don't think any of us know.
You see three people play instruments like that, you go, what am I doing?
Yeah.
it's like watching an animal try to figure out how to put the round piece in
the square
round
hole. Or
No,
whatever.
they're trying to figure out the
Yeah.
round hole and they almost got it, but they don't.
Yeah.
That's me all the time.
So let's move on to your pick. For me, the first one.
And this is I knew I was gonna get shit for at least this or my following one. This is "She" by Green Day,
Right.
off the album Dookie.
I've listened to Green Day my whole fucking life, Dave.
I know. But I only listened to this album and enjoyed it. Every other album, I was like, meh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's their second album.
I thought I actually enjoyed more of their newer stuff. I like their old stuff. This is one of my favorite albums.
I can agree. It's a top to bottom good album.
Yeah.
Finishing with "All by Myself" is the best
had
way
a-
to finish.
I
Finishing "All by Myself" is a common theme in this room.
so
Not here though.
so yeah. Weird. So this album, it's funny because this came out when I was in high school, right? And it was not cool to listen to Green Day. So I enjoyed it in the background. Because I hung out with the hardcore kids and the punk kids, and Green Day wasn't punk enough.
I have such a different experience.
Yeah, did you?
So I went to Catholic school.
Right.
I went to elementary school. And this came out 94, 95?
Did it?
Did it?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm going to have to do it.
Yeah, I want to. I want to say earlier.
Yeah,
I'm going to say 92.
I'm going to say for the record, I just tried to touch my laptop screen as if it was
Not a touchscreen.
It's not
Asshole.
even. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Let's see. 94.
Oh, okay.
So I was actually pretty close. So I was in
So
seventh
this
grade.
came out when I was getting out of high school. That's weird. Okay.
So I was going late 94. I was in 8th grade.
Okay.
Really just discovering music.
Right.
This was a cassette tape. That was one of those.
Yes.
Cassette tape for me, not
One of
CDs
the coolest
yet.
inlays too.
Yeah.
With all the little pictures you could all.
There were
Ooh.
details upon details
Yeah,
inside
yeah.
of it. I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it. And I don't like I one of the girls I went to school with, this girl Jamie, she was like, "What are you listening to?" I'm like, "Green Day," and I showed it to her.
Yeah.
And she apparently went off the rails. Like she went completely in that direction, like pop punk the whole way.
Yeah.
And I was into it, and I enjoyed it. I just sat and enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And this song specifically always stuck in my head.
Yeah. It's
Like more than Basket Case or Longview and all
right.
those.
The radio
the radio
hits.
stuff. That's why I mean, like, did you get these off the radio? I'm like, never hit the radio.
No. What
They
I
did.
mean is your mainstream
Well, this is the stuff I know in that
Right.
style.
yeah.
And I could have gone for the hardcore stuff. I could have Billy Club Sandwich and the guys I know from
Right.
New York. Those are Bronx guys, but they don't sit in my world that much.
Yeah.
These guys did. Like
Right.
Dookie especially. Great album name. It really is.
Right. Perfect.
I don't even remember the name of the next album. That's how good Dookie
I don't
was.
even. Yeah. I don't remember.
Who cares?
Was it Nimrod? I don't even know. I don't. Yeah.
Could have been Dildo. I don't know.
Dildo.
Which, not a bad album title.
No.
Don't better.
Don't. I like it. That's great.
That's also a good band name. Yeah,
Nobody steal it. Nobody steal it. It's ours.
This is the great ideas we're having.
I know.
Don't.
Yeah.
And start the recording again. Dave fucked up the mic.
Yeah, that was good. That was an interesting beginning. Nobody. Yeah. Well, now everybody knows because
Yeah,
you
I
said
don't-
it.
I don't hide
But
things.
yeah, we got like 3-4 minutes in, and then we were like, "This sounds like shit."
Because I fucked up positioning of the mic and the setup. Because I'm an idiot. I thought we established episode 1. I'm a moron. I shouldn't use the term moron because that's technically a medical term.
Is it
Yeah. It's an IQ lower than 80.
really?
Yeah.
I just learned something.
Patton Oswalt taught me that. He goes, "You can't call people morons on TV. Why? Because it's an IQ lower than 80. They're going to write letters." He goes, "How are they going to write letters? They're fucking morons." He's like, "I'm going to write up. Shit my pants again." God, I love Patton Oswalt so much. All right. So let's talk about the next one. Sick of It All with Step Down.
Yes.
Off the album Scratch the Surface.
Yes. One of my favorite fucking albums.
Teach me.
It's another New York hardcore band.
Yep.
These guys are basically from my neighborhood. They grew up in Flushing, Bayside area.
They live like next door.
Yeah, I've run into Craig a few times, the bass player, a few times in the neighborhood. not recently. This was years ago. Jesus, when I was younger. But these guys again, late '80s, early '90s hardcore band, still going, still playing.
I love that these guys just soldier through.
Yeah, and you know what's funny is it's they're when you meet them, if you meet them, nicest fucking guys, man. Never a bad moment. Never a cold shoulder or whatever. I mean,
They
believe
never
me.
mentioned that you have the softest hands they've ever
No,
felt.
the second time.
I'm
Wow,
not giving
how many
it up.
times you gonna
That
bring
was the
up?
weirdest thing I've ever been told. You have the softest hands I've ever felt. Like, this is an awkward first meeting.
I was standing right there. I witnessed
know.
the whole thing, and it made me laugh really hard.
Jenny looked at me like, "Are you gonna take that?" I'm like,
It's not a.
It wasn't like a war of words. I'm like, I don't know how to react to that. I don't know how to react to that
Thank
positively.
you.
I'm like, thanks. And I guess
I don't know.
I don't know. It was weird.
He didn't say it to me.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, because sandpaper hands. I don't know. I've shook your hand. It's normal.
Yeah. I know.
And my hands aren't that soft.
I know.
They're a little soft. No, I don't have like a swing the hammer job. I'll tell you that.
Neither do I though.
I know.
Yeah.
But you have normal hands.
Oh, all right.
I baby my hands a little.
Yeah. Well, you have at least you have normal size hands. I have,
I hate to say this.
What?
I got little sausage hands.
Yeah. All right.
Hold it up for the camera. Little
Hey,
sausage hands.
How we?
Yeah. What size ring are you?
I don't know,
You don't know your ring size?
dude. I got married almost 15. I'm almost 15. 15 years ago.
15 years ago.
Yeah.
4 years. I'm an 11 and a half.
I have no idea. I'm probably a 7 something.
And I'm calling out my friend Sean. He's a size 13 ring finger. His fingers,
like these fucking microphones.
they look like full like Italian sausages. But he doesn't. Not fat hands, giant hands.
Yeah.
Like they're not like chubby fingers. He has normal shaped hands. They're just big. Like
Yeah.
Like if he closes his hand, it looks like a boxing mitt.
Okay.
It's scary.
Uh huh.
Yeah, we got really off track.
Yeah. So
Sean's got big hands.
So yeah. So this is another. This one has a distinct bass,
Yeah.
like part in it, where all the other instruments drop out, and it's the bass and the drums, and yeah. Every time I listen to it, I went, "Fuck, Dave's gonna think I picked these songs because they just have
Yeah, it's I didn't even notice. I noticed they had bass stuff.
Right.
But it wasn't the.
Now, what do you think of the right? It's I never realized how bass driven some of these bands are, So in listening to these songs, and again saying that it looks like I picked these songs because you play bass and I picked bass centric songs.
Like I said, I didn't even see it.
I love the sound of it. Now
Yeah, I
that
do.
I'm studying the songs.
It's. I wouldn't say it's upbeat.
Yeah.
But it's got the energy.
No, this had this. I would say it's upbeat.
Not as upbeat.
I wouldn't say lyrically, but I mean the music itself is
I call that like driven. Like it's got a pace.
right.
No, I wouldn't necessarily like. There's some stuff it's like a little.
Okay.
There's another song on another list that I have comments about, and
Ooh, I can't wait.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's a different opinion.
Right.
This to me it sounds positive-ish and driven.
Right. Right.
It's got this forward pace, and the bass actually kind of pulls it back a little bit.
Yeah.
Like the drawing back of a bow.
Yeah.
Like it's getting ready to go again.
Right. Right. Right.
I love that.
Yeah. It was the thing about picking these songs is I wanted to pick songs that you would like, and I also wanted to. I thought you would like a lot more than I thought. Like looking at it, I'm like, he's not gonna like that. He's not. And then I would look at the songs, and I would have a hard time picking one because I thought you would like multiple ones. Multiple ones? Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, multiple ones. I guess it sounds right, but it sounds wrong at the same time.
I know. I have no idea.
I really thought this was good. Like I said, I didn't have a problem with your picks. I had more of a problem with what you thought of my picks and what I thought your opinion of my picks would be.
All right, so we're gonna move on to your
because
next
I know
one.
where it is.
We're gonna go to the next song,
Yes.
which is, and I think you know my opinion of the Misfits after Danzig.
I know your opinion of the Misfits after Danzig, but I don't don't agree. I agree that Jerry Only should not be singing for the Misfits. But I also think Glenn Danzig shouldn't have been singing for the Misfits.
Yes, but that's the sound.
I really liked Michael Graves.
Here's the thing. Okay, so we're talking about Crimson Ghost by the Misfits.
Off the album American Psycho.
Okay.
Only one album I like by the Misfits.
Okay.
The one single.
Here's the problem I have with
He
the
was
song.
on 2.
Here's the problem I have with...
Graves was on 2 albums.
Okay.
The second one, Famous Monsters,
Yeah.
and by I mean no.
Right.
And then whatever happened after that
Yeah.
was Jerry Only singing and No Thank You.
Right.
And what happened before that was Glenn Danzig singing, and it sounded like it was recorded with a Mr. Microphone in a bathroom.
Yes.
And that's a No Thank You.
And that's what I like.
I know you like the grittiness.
Yes.
But I hate his voice.
Okay. But that's the sound. That's the sound of the Misfits. I'm sorry. That's the way they started. That's the way it goes.
See, that's
You have no opinion. That's it.
I have an opinion.
I know you do.
It's a wrong one apparently,
yeah.
according to you. But I have an opinion, and I really like Michael Graves in
Okay.
this role. When he left the Misfits or got kicked out, I probably got kicked out.
Yeah.
'Cause Jerry Only's Jerry Only. He started a band called Gotham Road. Mm-hmm. Gotham Road sounded like this,
Okay.
but it wasn't. They were doing 1 or 2 of these songs, but really they had this style. But
Can I explain why I don't like this song?
yes, please.
Okay. The logo of
Is the Crimson Ghost?
Yes.
That skull.
yeah, and you're singing.
But it's like 6 albums in.
I don't care.
That's why it's a
You're
little
like a
douchey.
fucking caricature of yourself. I'm the Crimson Ghost. The Crimson. I was like, oh fuck. It's so. It's nails on a chalkboard to me.
It's
You've become a caricature
there are
of yourself.
a few songs in certain bands' catalogs.
Yes.
Where they reference other songs, and I'm like, douchey,
Yeah.
douchey,
Yeah.
King douche.
Yeah.
And Megadeth has a couple,
Yeah.
and you're like, ugh,
Yeah.
why would you do that? Don't talk about your other songs. Metallica with Unforgiven 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Probably next album will be Unforgiven 5, The Revenge. They didn't get a 4. They skipped 4.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever.
But American 4, Italian 3. It's one of those.
This song just it sounded so. Bleh.
I also picked it because it's the shortest one I could find, because I wasn't sure you were going to be able to tolerate a full song off this album.
Why?
Because like I said,
Are they
I
long?
love these songs. No, but they're longer than this,
Okay.
and I figured this was the safest, quick, like 2 minutes in and out.
Yeah.
If you didn't like it, you could beat it up pretty easy, as you are. And my one of my real choices for this was Dig Up Her Bones.
Okay.
Same album, same singer.
Yeah.
I love it. I actually love this album beginning to end.
Yeah.
I know I probably shouldn't. Don't Open Till Doomsday is another great song off
Yeah.
this. I really like this song. I know it's the logo character and all that.
Right.
I don't care.
Okay.
I just dig it. When I did hear the Misfits for the first time, that I enjoyed it was this. Because
Okay.
I'd heard it before.
Right.
In passing, you hear it 6-7 times
Right.
a day.
Right.
Amongst your friends, somebody's listening to it in the background.
Right.
And then when I finally heard this, I'm like, I like that. Let me grab that. And I download it. Back then, I probably copied somebody's cassette tape or CD. At that point, it was CDs. and I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I have it. I still have it on CD somewhere.
Yeah.
I think I have it. It was in my collection. I actually, when I built the playlist, I had to make sure I got it from YouTube Music and not from my own library.
Yeah.
Because when I do that, you can't see
I
them,
can't see it. Yeah. Yeah. It's
which
weird.
sucks. There's so much shit I have that I want to share that's not on YouTube, and I can't share it
Right.
peer to peer without doing something.
Well, eventually, I would like to do a show about like the local bands we used to listen to, and
I just don't know how we're gonna have that list.
we'd have to send it to each other.
Yeah, but for the list for everyone else to listen,
We'd have to put them out there. We'd have to.
we'd have to release them ourselves.
Yeah.
So we need permission.
Yeah. Well, I know all the guys I would put on there, so
I know most of them. I can probably get permission.
there's one that would be hard because they were signed and it's on an actual record label.
A
but-
label.
So.
Well, we're not working on monetization yet, so we could probably get it done before we try to monetize anything.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Why are we talking about this now?
I don't know. That's fucking weird. Because you like this so little.
I don't even want to talk.
You don't even want to talk about it.
All right, move on to the next. This is a quick one. This is
Who's playing drums on this album?
On which one?
On American Psycho. Was it Dr. Chud?
I have no idea.
I'm kidding. I know it was Dr. Chud.
Oh, that's the
'Cause it
guy's
was-
real name. See, they became a caricature.
No,
of
everyone
themselves.
had stupid fucking nicknames.
Yeah.
Michael Graves, not his real name.
No, obviously not. If it was, it would be cool. But
Fucking Jerry only.
Jerry only. Yeah. Doyle.
Doyle, Wolfgang von Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And Dr. Chud.
Yeah. Dr. Chud. Apparently, after the movie Chud.
Yeah, cannibalistic humanoid
Human
underground
underground
dwellers.
Yeah.
Fucking schlock. It's schlock. It's horror schlock.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Right.
Moving on to Madball with Infiltrate the System off the album Infiltrate the System.
Yes.
Perfect.
This is.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Absolutely perfect.
Thank you.
It's Madball.
It's Madball.
I don't know where they're from.
Another New York
Are
band.
they like? They live downstairs from you?
No, you know what's
bar
funny
cups of
about this? Here's the funny thing about these guys.
Just sugar.
Except for Sick of It All, that I think still are New York based. A lot of the guys in Madball and a lot of the guys in H2O don't live in New York anymore.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
And the funny thing is when Toby first moved to California, he goes, "I'm a singer of a hardcore band." He goes, "I can't afford to live in New York on what I'm getting paid to do that." You know?
Yeah.
So he's like, "What am I supposed to do?"
I know plenty of people who've had to move out of the boroughs
Yeah.
just to make ends meet.
Right.
It's crazy.
Right.
Cost of living's through the roof. New York is the price is skyrocketing everything.
Yeah.
Skyrocketing.
It's funny that we're still here. I mean, and the sad thing is that once I retire, I'm
Florida bound.
going. Well, I don't know about that. Maybe a little North, South Carolina. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway,
North Kakalaki.
yeah. I mean, that's years down the road, but it's like you said, it's hard.
It's nice. It's nice to think it's still many years down the road, but not that many.
No,
it's many,
it's
but not so many.
Technically, it could be less than a decade.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, for me, it could be.
I'm being nice. Shut
Yeah.
the fuck up. Don't beat yourself.
Yeah, I'm almost 22 years in where I work.
Yeah, I started late.
Yeah.
This is gonna be year 16.
Yeah, which is still
Yeah, it's still
Hey.
a long time.
listen.
Not only in the same business, in the same hospital.
Yeah,
I'm stubborn.
yeah, yeah. I bounced around, but these guys, Freddie Madball is actually Roger Merritt's half brother,
I don't know who that is.
the singer,
No.
the singer of Agnostic Front.
Okay.
He's his half brother.
I've never heard them before. I know.
I quit. You've never heard fucking Agnostic Front?
I have not. It never popped up. It never popped up in my world.
Holy shit. Okay. Well, you will soon.
Next time.
Yeah. So Freddie is one of those kids that you watch the old 80s videos, and he's like the fucking 10-year-old kid that's there. Like at the hardcore show.
There was always one.
Yeah, it was him. It was
No, literally at every hardcore show I've ever been to, every like metal show, there was always not underage, but young looking kid.
well, now they do a lot of all ages shows, which I tried to bring when they were doing the Tompkins Square stuff. Just as the pandemic was ending and stuff like that, the Madball and Murphy's Law and stuff were playing Tompkins Square, and I brought my kids to it, and they fucking hated it.
Really? Oh, that's the expectation that your kids are gonna like what you like,
Yeah,
and it's
I thought they would like it. There was people and music, and it was live, and it was
was it too loud, too many people?
I think it was everything. They just didn't like it, and I was like, fuck, So, but Freddie was one of those guys. What's his name? Why can't the Cro-Mags? Harley Flanagan.
Harley Flanagan.
He was. You watch those videos, and he was one of those little kids that were in those videos, and they grow up, and they grew up in hardcore.
Yeah, Harley Flanagan grew up in hardcore.
Right, and they make these bands, and Madball is one of these bands, and Madball is one of my favorites, man. And
They are definitely, and I had heard about them. I hung out with some of the guys from Sworn Enemy.
yeah,
and I listened to Sworn Enemy.
Yeah.
And when they lost their bassist, I was going to try out for Sworn Enemy.
Really? That would be
And
cool.
I couldn't because of I was in X-ray school at the time.
Right. You couldn't. You couldn't. Yeah, they were touring.
Yeah. They were about to go out, and
Yeah.
I couldn't quit what I was doing.
Right.
Couldn't even put it on hold. There was
Yeah.
no pausing that train.
Right.
Ended up not doing it, but they soldiered on, and they probably did better than they would have with me.
Yeah. Don't shortchange yourself, buddy. Yeah. But they
just the food budget alone would have killed their tour.
That's funny.
Let's get some burgers. We had no more money.
You ate all our burgers, asshole.
White Castle. We'll serve anybody. Yeah, no, Madball is. I had heard of them, hadn't really listened to them. I'm going to start listening. Like I'm going to start going.
Oh
backwards.
yeah.
And it's one of those. I pick. You pick a song. You picked a good one.
They're to me an acquired taste.
I think everything on this list is technically an acquired taste.
At first, when I heard Madball, it didn't click with me. Okay. And then the more I listened to it, the more it actually became one of my favorite bands. And it's I can't even explain it. It's a rough. His singing style is a little different. Lyrically, some of the things I found a little hard to get into. Okay. But the funny thing is if you listen to what he says, he kind of explains it sometimes. You know, the way he grew up, the way, you know? Yeah. So I gained the respect for them, and I saw them live probably a year ago. I caught COVID at the show.
Stop licking people.
But it was great. It was phenomenal, and it's so much fun. And I put it on here because I thought you would enjoy it.
I definitely dug it,
and I think this has a fucking bass part in it too.
Of course it does. It's got the bass breakdown like all hardcore does.
I know.
All Queens and New York hardcore has a bass breakdown, or the drum. Dun, 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 dun. Every song, every single one, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
They're good.
I love it.
I enjoyed this a lot. And now we're gonna go to what I consider the odd man out on the list for me.
Okay, go ahead.
This is The Stage by Live off the album Throwing Copper. Their most famous album.
Right. Yeah.
But it's their second album. They only had 2 big albums, and the rest of them were mediocre hits.
Right. And then Ed Kowalczyk tried to fucking sell them out, and he fucked the whole band.
He fucked himself and
the whole band.
And then he tried a solo career, and that failed. Yeah. Because
he was an asshole.
They knew what happened. Right. Everyone knew what happened, and it wasn't cool.
He tried to like undercut them.
Yeah.
But here's the little thing about you wouldn't know about me. I've seen live twice.
Nice.
Yeah. I actually had a guitarist in a band with me who this was one of his major influences. And again, like every fucking thing, he was like, "I'm going to see live," and I was like, "All right." He's like, "You want to go?" I'm like, "I'll never turn down a live show because I enjoy watching music." Yeah. And pleasantly surprised.
They were very weird in the beginning.
Yeah.
That first album, Mental Jewelry. Yeah. Very strange.
Yeah.
But I think that was backed by their friends. Like they didn't even have
a full
album
didn't they?
back.
Yeah.
They did before GoFundMe. They did like a campaign to raise money, and then they got signed, and then they made this album. Right. And this album has one of the most famous songs.
All right, Lightning Crashes.
Lightning Crashes, and it's such a good song, and it's an emotional song. This to is the rock and roll dream. This song. Yeah. Who could give up the stage? And I love it. Yeah. It's so powerful.
It's good. It's a great.
And I say
song.
this. I overly use the word fun. Yeah. This is what I felt was what they wanted to be as a band. Yeah. Like that energy that they put out there. This is what it was supposed to be.
So what happened?
Egos.
Yeah.
It feels like ego got in the way because the other songs, they're a little douchey. Like the later albums.
Yeah. No.
This album is a first track to last track. Yeah. No skipping. Yeah. For me. Okay. Like if I'm driving, this goes on at no skipping to the end.
But that's what's funny is like, when you put this on there, I was like, huh. You picked another one. I've seen them twice. I enjoyed them quite much. Quite much. Why do I feel like I can't speak today?
Because you can't. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I don't
It's not
know.
bad.
No, my wording.
Your wording isn't weird. It's quite. You know what? You backed yourself in a corner where I enjoyed them quite. It's like, I enjoyed them very much. Very would have been the right word.
All right.
It's
Whatever.
fucking grammar. Who cares? We are New York idiots.
Yes.
Why are we trying to pretend to be smart?
I don't know. I feel like we have microphones in front of us, and I feel like we should not educate. We should
I'm not
be
teaching people
educated.
shit. Are you kidding? If you learn something from me, it's more like what not to do in an emergency. Oh, how many hamburgers can this guy eat in one sitting? That's what you're gonna learn.
I don't know. You told me how many White Castles did you have yesterday?
10.
And you're wow.
Not my record.
Dude, what? I've had 4 and I'm full.
Fat. I'm fat. Okay. If the video works, you're gonna see I'm a fat guy, and I'm bigger than you by a good amount. Hopefully the camera kind of the laptop's gonna shield the gut a little bit and maybe some of the titties. Titties. I'm fat. The beard hides the second and third chin.
See, I cut mine off, and now,
Yeah, I know.
now you can see everything. It's disgusting.
It's the Mobius mustache.
It's Mobin time.
It's Morbin time.
Morbin time. Whatever the fuck it is.
I love that a whole group of people just completely trolled Sony twice.
So much so that they
They
really
re-released it thinking it was going to make money
Yeah.
and nobody wanted to see it again. Fuck
Unbelievable.
Sony Pictures. Fuck Sony Music. A&R sucks. Anyway,
yeah. So I've seen live twice,
and these are PA guys.
and yeah. I saw them at the Borgata in Atlantic City.
It's sinking still.
It is.
Your mic
Whatever.
is just constantly singing.
Just gonna hold it
You gotta crank that thing.
and crank it.
Yeah, crank it.
I'm just gonna hold it for now.
I was gonna say crank it for daddy. Oh, how can I make this more awkward?
But so I have a Borgata story. So we went and saw them at the Borgata in Atlantic City, and afterwards we were gonna drive home, but we decided to gamble a bit. So I'm not a big gambler at all, and I went to a blackjack table. I didn't realize that it was $25 a hand.
You weren't doing the reading?
No.
Top to bottom, left to right.
I'm a fucking idiot. And I went and I figured, you know what? I went to the ATM and I took out $40 in Atlantic City and figured that would make me, you know.
It allowed you to take out that little at Atlantic City?
Yeah, at an ATM, yeah, you can take out whatever. Needless to say that $40 that I took out and I sat at the $25 table.
Gone in 2 seconds?
No. We were there for a few hours and I won $350.
Oh, good for you.
To a point, like me and my friend, we were there and his sister was
Give
playing.
you a table tap. Good for you. No, I don't mean that sarcastically.
Yeah.
I know if I put money on a table to gamble, it's gone.
Well, that's the whole thing. Is I'm up. I think at one point I was up probably like maybe $450, and I'm telling my friend, I'm like, "Get your sister. We have to go. We have to go," because I would sit there until it was all gone.
Yeah.
You know. So I was like, once she gets off the craps table and we're heading, I will cash out and we'll leave. So I got out of there with $350.
Okay, now it's time for my Atlantic
I've
City
never
story.
gambled again.
You ready?
Go ahead.
I have never been to Atlantic City of age.
Okay.
I had gone to
Had
Atlantic
it-
City
had-
as a through to somewhere else.
Right.
And stayed at a hotel. Never went to the casino as an adult.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like you were gambling like at 16.
No, I never. Well, I've only gambled once. It was in my 30s in a little mini casino in Puerto
Yeah.
Rico.
We sound like such cool guys right now.
I am a fucking nerd supreme. I don't do anything cool. You know when everyone was drinking and having a good time when they were younger?
That was me last night.
I was hanging at home
what?
when I was younger. No, you drink. You just fucked everything up. You motherfucker.
Did I? No, I didn't. It's still going.
Does that screen look normal?
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what I did.
I think you hit the fast forward button, buddy. You're gonna have to stop that. Yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck happened?
You just butt fucked this whole thing.
Nah, we just go back. How do we go back?
Give me the mouse. Step 1. Don't use the.
Huh? I don't know. Yeah, hit play and see what's going on there.
It did record everything.
Yeah.
But it faded. Something happened.
I didn't hear anything, by the way. That's all that's because that's through there.
Yeah.
You gotta come. We can use this up here, yeah. There we go. It's so weird. There it is.
That's where we were fading out.
You're a dick.
What am I a dick? You don't want fucking with it. Let's see what happens there.
Is it? It's zoomed in somewhere. Oh, we're still recording this too.
Yeah, I know. We, like I said, we butt fucked this whole thing. Okay, that's there. We're still not back in the regular part of it. I might leave all this in. Fucking stupid we are. The fuck?
It's zoomed in. I think that's what it is.
How did you do that?
I don't know.
I hate that you have to hold it down for it to go fast.
Why is that at 1.5? Is that what it's supposed to be? I don't even know.
Now I know where I am.
Undo.
No, that'll kill the entire recording.
I know. Yeah, see? How the fuck did I do that?
I don't think you did it on purpose, obviously.
Obviously.
Not entirely sure. Let's see what this Yeah, right there. You ready?
I guess.
I'm not stopping this.
Okay.
And we're back.
Yeah.
Apparently, somebody decided to jiggle the mouse. Instead of jiggling the mouse, they clicked on some shit.
Somebody.
And possibly fucked the whole thing up for a few minutes.
I don't know.
If the video works, we will have all of this with me bitching and moaning in between. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But, you know, either way, we have the recording. I don't even remember which song we were up to.
We were up to live.
We had just finished talking about it.
Yeah.
Before
you were gonna tell me about your, I don't know, underage gambling or something.
Oh yeah, I've never gambled. Like I didn't gamble until I was like 30, and it was a slot machine in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
It was all right. It was a little hotel casino built into the.
Yeah. That's where you lose all your money, man.
I spent $100. That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I played the way my mom.
Yeah,
plays.
but how long did it take you to
I was
lose that
there for
$100?
like 2 hours.
Were you really?
Yeah, it's a slot machine. It wasn't like expensive. It was a
5 cents or whatever.
no. It wasn't a 5-cent slot machine. I don't know where was it, penny slots in fucking Vegas.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it was like I think it was like 25 or 50 cents
A shot.
a shot. Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't bad. But yeah, I've never been a gambler. I play like blackjack on my phone, but not with real money. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm not doing that shit.
Right.
That sounds like a bad idea all around. And yeah, I've never been to Atlantic City for the casinos or for a show. I've passed through.
Yeah.
I've been to Vegas.
That was the only time I've ever been to Atlantic City.
I've been to Vegas. I've never set foot in a casino.
I've never been to Vegas. Yeah, that's what I hear.
Anyway,
Yeah.
now that we've completely derailed everything, let's go to Rancid,
Yes.
Lock, Step, and Gone. Is
Yeah.
this from Lock Up the Wolves?
And out come the wolves.
Lock Up the Wolves is Dio. That's right.
Fuck, man.
I'm sorry, I'm not up on the lingo.
No. It's sacrilege. This is one of the best albums ever made. You
Really?
called it- Yes.
Really? The best album ever made.
Yes. Not the. I said one of the.
The White Album by the Beatles.
Fuck the Beatles. I didn't even mean that when I was saying it.
I'm pretty sure Paul McCartney would slit your throat.
Yeah, as I was saying it, I'm going, what am I
don't even mean
saying? I don't even mean this. I love the Beatles. It was just a motherfuck you. That's what it was. It's like, he likes it?
I don't
Fuck them.
And I don't like Led Zeppelin, but whatever album fucking
Okay, so all right, so in my eyes, one of the
Okay.
Fuck, man.
I'm not saying it's a bad album at
Yeah.
all. I actually owned it.
Owned it.
What
Did you give it away?
No, when I lived in the basement apartment, we had a fire on the top floor of the building
Right.
of the house, and it rained in my house, and I could only save a couple of CDs. A couple weren't water damaged.
And this one wasn't worth it for you.
Well, it wasn't. It was the
Wait, water damage from to a CD?
well, through 3 floors of stuff.
Oh, and
so
just
grit and grind
gunk and-
plus the artwork and stuff. The insert
Yeah.
got all fucked up.
Yeah, but you can still save the CD.
Yeah, I didn't need it. I had everything digital.
You just didn't want to. It's
Yeah,
cool.
I still have it though. I still have a copy of it.
Joking, you fucker.
I only own like 4 or 5 CDs now.
Okay,
The ones that are signed.
I have
was
I have
able
a
to
million CDs. They're in my basement in a box, and I haven't looked at them in ages.
save. Exactly.
You know?
Yet a digital collection, you grab anytime.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is in my digital collection. It's not in my normal rotation of music,
Mm.
but it's there.
So I tried to pick a more. Again, this one I might have actually picked because of the bass, because Matt Freeman is fucking amazing.
Yes, it is. When I think of that punk style bass,
Yeah.
that's the tone.
Yeah.
That's the
Right.
quintessential like punk style bass.
So
It's a P bass, pick. It's the perfect punk tone.
right. So I specifically picked for the bass for you because
Fancy.
no,
It is good though.
yeah, because it has those breaks where he plays that little.
It's a lick.
Yeah, a little lick. Yeah, a little bass
I
lick.
know you didn't want to say lick in front of me. You looked at me like I don't want to say
I
it.
don't say
I
it.
don't want to say it. No, thank you.
I just said fuck the Beatles. I don't want to say lick too.
You said wet in the last one, and now you said fuck the Beatles and lick. You're a mess,
and I screwed this up.
and you fucked this up royally.
Oh God, I should just go home.
It could be worse. Most likely I'll be able to get.
Okay, you don't have
Or
to
not.
explain it to me. I don't care.
I'm actually
I
explaining
do
to everybody
care,
else.
but I mean,
No, you did. You've done amazingly. We don't recognize how much we've done in this podcast. We've done a lot. This has come a long way from the two of us talking about trying this to doing this very quickly.
yeah, yeah.
This is our 18th episode.
Yeah.
And every episode sounds better.
I
Everything
hope
is
so.
doing better. We have an intro where we might have video. I don't know if that's going to work. It might have me just motherfucking you while playing with the mouse. I think I called you the R word at one point.
Did you?
I don't know. I don't think about what I say. It here out. It's terrible. It's a bad idea all around. But you capture my unfiltered thoughts. It's not going to be safe. But yeah, this was a good song. Rancid, interesting band. And you told me that Rancid came off of Operation Ivy.
Operation Ivy, yeah.
Which I had no fucking clue.
Yeah.
It still shocks me.
Really?
The idea of it. Because I've heard of Operation Ivy. You would include one in the playlist, but before that I had never heard them.
Right.
And Rancid I'd heard before.
Yeah.
So I didn't ever put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, yeah.
And once you told me, I'm like, I see it now. I get
Yeah.
it.
The funniest part is that Tim Armstrong didn't even want to sing in Operation Ivy, and now he's the lead singer of one of the fucking most influential punk bands out there.
Yeah.
You know? And
I can wholeheartedly agree that they're one of the most influential
Yeah.
bands out there,
yeah, and I was tattooed by Lars Fredrickson.
which is amazing.
Yeah.
Does he normally do tattoos? Like he runs the shop?
No, what he did, there's a New York Hardcore Tattoos in the city on Stanton Street, and it was originally owned by Jimmy Gestapo from Murphy's Law and Vinny Stigma from Agnostic Front, and I'm not sure they still own it, but at the time, I believe Lars bought into it.
Okay.
So he did a guest spot where he was going to tattoo people, and now I wanted to surprise Mary Jane, and she has no tattoos, right? But she wanted one, so
Okay.
and she loves Rancid and she loves Lars and everything. So I thought, what better way than to they had a sweepstakes where if you won 100, I think it was 100 people, were gonna win a tattoo by Lars.
Now the question, was Lars a tattoo artist?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Is he? No.
Was he at some point?
No, I don't think so.
So he just learned a tattoo
Yeah.
on the spot?
Well, let me explain. So, I put in for it. I saw it. I put in for it. A day or two later, I get an email that I won.
Wow.
I'm like, oh shit. So I look, but the problem is that you could only get certain tattoos from him.
Okay.
It was either Rancid Punks or the NYHC symbol,
New York hardcore.
right? It was like a couple little ones like that. That's why he was only doing that. He was not doing.
Okay.
So I told her, and she was like,
Donald Duck mowing your pubes?
Not even. So I told her that it was only these. I thought, like you said, I thought he was gonna tattoo. And but and she was like, no. Well, she was like, you take it. She was like, I don't, one. And she goes, you've been listening to this guy forever.
That's true.
You get it. And then we have the pictures and all this, and he messed with her because we met him before, and on the Warped Tour. I'm sure I've told this also, where we went to this bus, and he came out and they took pictures of all of us with Eric from Frankenstein 3000.
Okay.
He was there with us. I have pictures with him and Lars and Gordy from Lars Fredrickson and the Bastards, and all the girlfriends at the time. They weren't our wives yet. Took pictures of the boyfriends with the bands, and they never took pictures with each other. So I told Lars this story, and he was like, "All right." So he's setting up to give me the tattoo, and he goes, while we're doing this, he goes, ask me as many questions as you want, this and that. We'll talk, we'll hang out. Afterwards, we'll take a bunch of pictures. He looks right at her. He goes, not with you. And she literally was like, what the fuck? And he was like, no. He was like, he told me the story about how you never got a picture.
I love your wife's energy level.
Oh, she was like, what the fuck?
Her reaction time is like split second, and it's 0 to 60.
Yeah.
And it's a compliment, because that is, I love it. My wife has what I call the slow reaction.
Yeah.
Like she'll hear something, go, what did you just say?
Yeah.
Or she'll do the thing. She doesn't have a poker face.
Yeah.
Her face will react before her brain does. We were joking. She's as devious as Don Knotts. She can't hide her facial expressions. So there was one day somebody was talking to her like, why are you making that face?
I'm not listening to you anymore because you said that. Devious is Don Knotts. What the fuck does that mean?
No poker face.
Yeah,
She can't hide her feelings.
I know, but I can't.
One of the people at work was talking to her, why are you making that face? And she's like, I'm not doing it on purpose.
Right.
But she was like mortified at something.
Yeah.
She couldn't hide the...
My sister makes fun of me because I have my resting bitch face is literally, I look disgusted.
Such a bitch face, too.
I look disgusted.
Yeah.
And my sister's always like, why the face? And I'm like, that's just my face.
This is the unfortunate thing I was born with.
I'm like, if you could hear what's going on in my head, it's like birds tweeting. There's nothing going on in there. I'm not disgusted. I'm not. There's no malice going on. It's just my face.
You have with they call it resting bitch face. It's really stank face.
Yeah. But I have that naturally.
Yeah, I have,
and I also have the.
I have pleasant Santa Claus face.
I have, but everybody also tells me that I don't. Mary Jane tells me all the time. She goes, "You don't hide your feelings well." She goes, when you are disgusted with somebody, she goes, not just the resting bitch, but when I'll
your face drops.
I'll just like.
I've said stuff, and sometimes you just.
Yeah. Well, I do it jokingly to get a reaction out of you.
I've seen you actually do it to people.
Yeah. And Mary Jane's like, you can't do. She's like, you can't. You don't hide it. You let people know like you're an asshole.
Yeah.
She's like you don't.
It's the judging face.
Surprisingly, it's never gotten me in trouble.
Why would it get you in trouble?
Well,
what are you making that face?
because you're an asshole.
Has a guy ever said, "Why are you making that face"?
I don't know.
I don't think guys don't do that.
Yeah. I don't know.
I would probably do that. What the fuck is that?
Yeah. What are you disgusted with me? Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I've met me. I know what's up. So next song, and I think I'm gonna get shit for this. This is Megadeth, the song She Wolf from the album Cryptic Writings.
What? I didn't look it up because I wanted you to.
This is
how many albums past Rust in Peace is this? Oh no, okay, Symphony, whatever the fucking album that was.
I forget the name of that one too.
Yeah. Oh, Extinction, something. Countdown to Extinction.
Countdown to Extinction, then Euthanasia.
Didn't listen.
Then Cryptic Writings.
Okay, so
and then the next one after this is Risk.
Okay.
This album.
You could have told me it was ass stank, and I would have been like, all right.
No, that was like 3 albums later. No, this album, I really like this album.
Okay. This song wasn't bad.
And I picked it specifically because it has that energy.
Dave, at this point, you could play any Megadeth song, and I would say it's not half bad as the fucking one you played, whatever the fuck that one was with the cringe songs.
Which Megadeth song was it? Oh.
Whatever.
Crush 'Em.
Huh?
From Risk.
Yeah.
It's Crush 'Em. It was terrible. Yeah,
anything is a step above that.
And the funny thing is they recently announced that Marty Friedman will rejoin them on this tour for an event at least.
Yeah.
He was part of that album.
Yeah.
He's part of this album. He's the reason this album was so good. Everyone's the reason that album was so bad.
Okay.
But this album is rock solid.
Yeah.
This song specifically, I laugh. My friend Pedro, rest in peace, Pedro. He was dating a girl, and this was his song about her. Like it was a compliment. I'm like,
I was about to say, obviously,
the mother of all that is evil.
On purpose, yeah.
Your lips are poisonous venom. This is not a love song, you idiot.
It's people who pick like, what is it? I'll be watching you for their wedding song, and it's like, what the fuck? Do you listen to this?
Fucking please.
Yeah.
Benny Mardona's Into the Night. The perfect wedding song. I'm kidding. It's the worst wedding song ever. 16 years old, leave her alone, they say. Worst way to start a song ever.
There was another song that I was looking at. I don't know if I forget what it was. Was it for this or something? Somebody has a song called 17.
Winger.
No. I know. No. Okay. I know. It's not this list.
It's Kiss, Christine, 16.
No. It's a more recent band.
Oh, no.
Within the 2000s.
Oh, no.
I'll bring it up on. It's on a future. It's a band that I picked on a future list.
Okay. Please remember and bring it back up.
I will.
So, this is actually, I think this is the last album with, second to last album with Nick Menza. Before he passed away.
Yeah.
Everyone else in the band is solid. It's the same lineup.
No, I didn't dislike this. This was a good one.
Yeah.
You know?
And this album especially was just, it was not my introduction to Megadeth at all.
Oh, I hope not.
Well, you got to remember, I got into metal later. Not only later than you in time as well.
Right.
Like later in age and later in time.
No, I know. But what was your first Megadeth?
My first Megadeth album that I heard beginning to end was Cryptic Writings, the album before this.
Really?
Not Cryptic Writings. I'm sorry, Euthanasia. This is Cryptic Writings. Euthanasia. I didn't know. Nobody told me.
Yeah.
I had to go backwards. And I went backwards. And
yeah.
Some of it I love. Some of it I don't.
What don't you love?
First album?
First album is I'm not a huge mega. Is that not Peace Sells? Is it?
Yeah, is it?
I don't know.
Peace Sells? Nah, Peace Sells.
Fuck,
all
we
right.
sound like retards.
Killing is my business.
I mean, idiots.
Yeah. See, that R word slips
I
out a
know.
little too frequently with us.
Jesus.
We're still trying to retrain our brains to be nice and to respect people. It's hard. It's very hard to respect people, especially when you're an idiot like us.
Yes, we are truly idiots. But I think,
somehow we use that word to describe people that are better than us.
Yeah, definitely,
Definitely better than us.
definitely. But so what did you not like about it?
Production quality, the speed at which stuff was played was sloppy.
Yeah,
And that's the same complaint I have about Led Zeppelin. His stuff recorded shouldn't be sloppy.
Yeah.
And the drugs are a huge influence in that.
You know what? I'm gonna disagree with you there only because I like the
Rawness.
yeah
Or the raw energy.
and the realness of it, that you're not trying to get it perfect.
I think if you're going to go into a studio and try to play something,
Yeah, I know.
have it perfect there and then
right.
do it wild live.
Right, but if one little thing is off,
We're
I
not
would.
talking one little thing. We're talking like,
Well, have you heard "Haunting the Chapel"?
yes, I have. That's actually.
It's fucking out of tune.
I know it's out of tune.
It's fucking out of tune.
So is Ride the Lightning.
The song, or
The whole album.
What?
Is slightly pitched off
is it really?
because it was recorded reel to reel,
Right.
and that stuff is known to stretch or warp.
Yeah.
So there's warping in the recording, and it's pitch corrected.
You can hear it.
You can hear it. There's actually on YouTube. There is a pitch corrected version of Ride the Lightning,
Yeah.
beginning to end, and it sounds like a. It doesn't sound like a different album. It has a different tone.
Get out of here.
Yeah,
Now I gotta find that.
I'll pull it up later.
All right.
I'm not gonna play you the whole fucking album, but you
Yeah.
get the idea. It's like nobody needs to hear the whole album. Just sitting here looking at each other awkwardly. Listen, man. Listen.
So, all right. So, yeah. I mean, listen. This song, I can't complain. It was a good one.
I really thought I was gonna get shit on for
Nah.
this, or I knew I was getting
Listen.
shit on for the Misfits.
Listen, there was a little cheese to the. There's always a little cheese in Dave Mustaine lyrics, but
This one, I feel like is less cheese than some of the
no,
other
but
ones.
that's what I'm saying. It's it's not terrible.
Yeah, no, there are some that are really bad.
Yeah.
And there the albums after Marty Friedman left. There are a couple of songs that are just pure bullshit.
Yeah.
Pure bullshit.
Uh.
Almost to the point like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Why'd you record this?
Yeah. Why would you pay money to sit in a studio and do this?
Uh huh.
And people aren't going to enjoy it. You didn't even enjoy it. You can tell you didn't enjoy it.
Who? Dave Mustaine? Like
All of them.
Are they just doing it just for the?
They're doing it to make albums.
Yeah. Why? Why?
To compete with the band that Dave Mustaine was angry that kicked him out.
Ooh, Metallica?
Yeah, every time Metallica
Yeah, but they've got a
released an
lot
album-
more than Metallica now, don't they? They have a lot more out. They have
No,
more.
they don't.
No?
No. They have, I think, maybe one more.
Really? Oh, so they just kind of kept pace.
1-1. Every time Metallica went a direction,
Yeah.
they seem to kind of go that direction.
Yeah.
I think they have maybe one or two more, but they're not trying.
Really? I feel like they put so many more out than Metallica did.
Nope.
All right.
Maybe in the 90s,
Yeah.
they put out one or two more because Metallica spent most of the 90s touring.
Yeah.
And then they took a break and recorded Load and Reload.
Yeah.
And then, Megadeth had just been tour, record.
Yeah.
Now, the offset was there.
Yeah. All right.
But it was bad. I mean, it was, the post Marty Friedman leaving
Yeah.
had a big upheaval in style.
Yeah.
And not for the better.
All right.
Let's get back to the list.
Yeah, man.
Bouncing Souls.
You didn't like this one. I know you didn't like this
I
one.
didn't. And it's not that I hate it. It's not, I won't motherfucker.
When I put this on, I was like, "This is the one he's gonna hate.
Too bouncy.
He's gonna miss that.
It's too bouncy.
It's too bouncy."
I tried to think of a better way to put it, like too upbeat.
All right, so
It's too bouncy.
these guys are Jersey guys.
That explains a lot. No, it doesn't. I'm just kidding.
This is one of the first songs I heard by them.
Okay.
Right, I wasn't in from the beginning on them. I kind of heard them going along, and it quickly became a fan of theirs. I like the upbeat. Most of their songs are very upbeat and
Positive message.
Yeah.
I do like the album title.
Well, Hopeless Romantic.
Actually, this one's
This
how
one,
I
how I
spent.
spent my summer vacation. Yeah,
It's very, and this is gonna sound. It's cute,
yeah.
and I like a little cute in
Right,
music.
right.
And
You don't take yourself so goddamn seriously all the time.
Am I serious?
Not you. I'm saying in general. Wow, you took that really
Am I
personal.
serious? I'm like, I thought I was like the least serious person you'd ever met.
Well, no. Apparently, you wanted to beat up half of Roxy when you moved
I
there.
didn't do it on
Started
purpose.
working there.
I was a little on edge.
Yeah. Okay.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Joe told me, he goes, "You square up with anyone who opened the door." I go, I don't remember
Fuck, you
being
wanna
that
be a-
angry.
Just want to practice, guy.
I don't remember being that angry, but apparently I was. And then he started reminding me of stuff that happened.
Yeah.
It kind of faded into the foreground. I'm like, oh, I did do that.
Yeah.
I was an asshole. I am an asshole. Oh, wait, that's right. I've always been an asshole. That's true.
What was that? That was a movie. I I am an asshole.
I'm the shit. That's twins.
That was twins, yeah. That was yeah.
God.
I am an asshole. I don't remember what that was from.
Sounds like the jerk.
No, I don't know. But yeah, Bouncing Souls, man. True believer. I don't even know what it means, but I like it.
See, the thing is that term has a lot of stuff to it.
Well, that's yeah, it's
well, tied to some stuff.
what?
That term has recently been tied to some.
Recently.
Yeah, more recently.
Yeah, well, they ruin everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My brain, you can't say it like that.
Why?
Because you just said they ruin everything in a room with two pale-faced dudes.
Okay.
People are gonna think you mean other people.
No.
You mean white dudes.
Yes. I seriously.
White dudes ruin everything.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to make that abundantly clear. He meant white guys. Because that sounded like it was about to be a real fucking
not all
problem.
white guys. Certain white guys.
Yeah. Dicks.
Yeah.
Hateful assholes.
Yeah. Anyway. But yeah. It doesn't mean that. It actually.
thank God.
I was gonna bring up that's what what's his name said. Stan Lee would say that. He would call Marvel fans true believers. You know?
Which I do. I love Stan Lee.
Yeah.
He was, he was a party guy. He was in his youth, and he was he was a little wild and loose with the Marvel money before they almost lost everything.
Right.
But fuck, Marvel's come so far.
Yeah.
And if he's calling people true believers, that's the right way to use it.
Right.
They believed in him. They loved the comics. These guys, it was too upbeat for me at the moment.
Yeah,
I guess
I
it
know.
caught
Yeah.
me. It caught me at do I really need this?
Yeah. Well, wait till I put baby metal on one of these fucking lists.
I got no problem with baby metal.
Really? Cool. I watched a video on them. Like I always thought they were like a hack band, like a
Put together.
yeah.
Like
No, but that
like
lead,
the New Kids on the Block.
that
or
lead singer
every Korean
girl
pop
like
band.
takes it seriously. Like I watched it and like the band is fucking phenomenal.
So if we're gonna branch off of a quick Japanese metal comment,
Go ahead.
There's a band called Unlucky Morpheus.
Okay.
I don't know what it means to them. That's the exact words
Right.
in English.
Yeah.
Their title of their band.
Well, I sent you Lady Baby.
Lady Baby is completely the opposite. It's so fucking
It's
bad.
so pissed off, Mike. I sent it. He was like, "Why are you fucking sending me
His
this?"
actual words is, I need to gouge my eyes out.
It's so funny because it completely catches you. For anybody listening, Lady Baby is literally two Japanese girls and a huge white guy with a huge beard in a fucking baby doll dress. And he's growling.
It's the opposite of baby metal. It's the identical. It's the contrapositive.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
it's fucking terrible. It's garbage. Oh, what was?
You were gonna bring up Morpheus.
Unlucky Morpheus
Yeah.
is this Japanese band. They have their own music.
Right.
It's in Japanese. They are phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like they're Dream Theater level talented musicians.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
Wildly good and wildly playing, and they need American attention.
Yeah.
Because this stuff, the fact that it's not in English shouldn't stop people from listening to
Right.
it.
Right. Yeah.
People love Rammstein and they sing mostly in German. Fucking love Rammstein.
You do?
I love Rammstein.
It all sounds like Du hast to me every time.
Well, because you don't understand German. I don't understand
you do?
German.
I was gonna say you do.
A little bit.
Oh, all right.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I had to take Latin. Latin is a root language.
Yeah.
And a lot of the
Root.
Germanic languages have their roots in Latin and Greek.
Right.
So those, if you know a little bit of it, you can start to cipher.
Yeah.
Italian, French, Portuguese, and
Not Spanish.
thank you. That's the one I missed because I said Portuguese and I
How the
immediately
fuck
think
did you miss Spanish?
because
Your
I'm
last name
stupid.
is Sanchez.
Because I'm stupid. They're gonna see this. They're gonna see my face. Oh, he was nice and he got the slow guy to come on the podcast with him. Where'd Dave go? Oh wait, that is Dave. It looks like Sloth from the Goonies with hair. No, I'm stupid. So Spanish, French, Italian, and Portuguese are Romance languages.
Yeah.
They are all rooted specifically in Latin.
Yeah.
German, Norwegian, and all these others are root languages that take a little bit from Latin, but a lot from other places, from Russian and all these other.
Right.
And they can be built.
Mm-hmm.
So if you understand a little bit of it, but also his, the singer's vocal patterns and the way he sings and the bravado of his voice. Like there's a depth to can't remember Lindemann, the singer's
I have
name.
no idea.
His voice is just so powerful, and when he sings up, it's bright but still heavy.
Yeah.
And when he sings low, it's dark.
Yeah.
I love that.
All right.
It's unique. Mm-hmm. But I also like there's another Japanese band called Vomit Remnants. Yes, I am dead serious. And they are brutal. Straight up death metal.
Yeah. That's got to be interesting. How do you...
Mo got me into that.
Okay. Yeah.
And Mo, if there was something heavy, Mo was like, you got to hear this.
Yeah.
Go listen to this. It's going to blow your face off.
Yeah.
And it did. Every time. So we get to the last song.
Yes.
This is Thrill Driver from the album Thrill Driver.
Yeah.
And the song is called All the Kids.
Yeah. I dug it.
I didn't know if you were going to dig this. I thought this was a Mike suggestion. Like, I thought Mike had introduced me to this years ago.
Yeah.
My friend Louis did.
Okay. No, this wasn't, I enjoyed it.
I really like this band.
The thing is that the thing is, with all these songs, I mean, I know I told you that I know most of the bands. Nothing made me want to continue. I'm not saying this in a bad way.
To move forward.
Right.
And to look forward.
Yeah. Well, Green Day I still listen to this day, and Live isn't around anymore, and Megadeth
Is Megadeth.
Yeah.
Then Megadeth doesn't sound like this anymore.
They sound different from this now too.
I think so. I think they're because they're trying to be heavy.
Oh, yeah.
The new album is very politically driven and very.
So what are they going to do when Metallica's new album comes out? And because Metallica seems to be going heavier again.
I don't know what they're going to do, but I'm pretty sure it's going to match.
It's yeah.
And
keep up.
I don't even think it's intentional at this point. I think he's doing it, but it's subconsciously. I got to do better than them.
Yeah.
I got to do better. I got to do more.
Yeah.
And we were talking about the big four. Anthrax is just like, fuck you, we'll do what we want.
Yeah. Well, Scott Ian does like fucking 8,000 projects.
Yeah.
But this song, yeah, it was cool.
I would say, you just said, we mentioned in the talk about Rancid, another band that, I think you said Lars Anderson was in?
Lars Fredrickson.
Who Lars Anderson is.
Yeah, he lives down the block.
He might. This neighborhood's weird now. Yeah, no, Lars Fredrickson is in another band.
He's in a couple. Yeah, he's in
a couple.
Well, he was. He originally had. He had Lars Fredrickson and the Bastards. He is obviously in Rancid. He now has the old firm Casuals, which he said that what he originally wanted Lars Fredrickson and the Bastards to be.
Okay.
That sound. It's more of an oi band.
Okay.
He also has. He's part of. Shit, I don't. Stomper 69 or something like that. He's in another band, and I believe they're a UK band.
Okay. So he's just doing the thing, getting as many band as possible.
Yeah. He just loves playing. Yeah. And it's hard to keep up, especially now that I'm getting older, and it's funny. They say you get stuck kind of like in your musical. Whoa.
Oh, cops are
here. Your musical style or whatever. Like it's hard to keep up when a guy starts another band. I'm like, oh fuck,
I gotta follow another band. It depends on the guy, because there are people I've listened to. It's like, yeah, I'll totally listen.
Right,
I'm into it.
Well, there's some I'm a huge Mike Patton fan.
Yes.
But there's some bands that I play like the first track and I'm like, nope, I'm out. It's just some of them are just too much for me. I just can't do it.
Tomahawk was that for me.
Yeah.
All right.
But and then people.
It's like, nah, no thanks.
Oh, I thought you were fucking wait. I was like, what the?
Yeah, I'm waving. Somebody came in.
I don't know. Scared the shit out of me. Man, now you threw me off. So a lot of people, they question me listening to Mr. Bungle, and when I tell them it's a fucking desert island.
I don't get why
CD.
It's a desert island CD.
I fucking love it.
But that's a personal choice.
Right.
And I respect your personal choice.
Right, but some people look at me and they go, it's like fucking circus music. And I'm like, it's fucking awesome.
I don't agree that it's circus music. It is avant-garde. And I'm using avant-garde instead of weird.
That first album is fucking circus It's
one step off a calliope with a little monkey dancing. just Just saying.
We haven't talked about. All right, so tell me about Thrill Driver. We haven't talked about this band at all.
So I don't know where this band is from. I know very little about them. It came up.
Just put it on there.
I just grabbed it. I love the song.
Okay.
I thought you'd love it.
I did. I liked it.
I thought
totally
this
dug
would
it.
be like a good introduction to Thrill Driver. And
Yeah.
I wanted to put this on our Women in Music.
Yeah.
And I thought, I don't know enough about these guys to defend it.
Well, that's funny. I put Spirit Box on our last one because originally I had the wrong idea about what Sadie Hawkins meant.
What did you have as a wrong idea?
I thought it was me finding songs that I thought you would like. That
Neither one has ever heard.
Right. So I'm fucking looking up new band. I'm like, this list is gonna fucking take forever. And then you explained it to me, and at first I was like, oh wait, so it's songs I know that. Okay, I got it. I was so confused in the beginning.
Well, I'm terrible at describing things.
Yeah.
So step 1, do better. Step 2, explain better.
Yeah.
And step 3, stop making lists.
But if we stop making lists, we wouldn't have a fucking podcast.
No, like step 1, step 2.
But yeah, so originally Spirit Box was going to be on this, and then it went to the women.
Okay.
The women list because I was like now I'm in. I'm in. I was in with Spirit Box, so I was like they got to go somewhere.
Top of the list.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I really thought this would be a good introduction to Thrill Driver.
No, this was cool. Listen, let's I'll give it a further listen.
It's a solid album.
I
don't know if they've done anything since, but it's a solid album.
Yeah.
And I imagine these guys are wild live.
Yeah.
Because if they play like this, there's another band, and I can't remember their name. They're in my collection of music. Not female led, but the bassist and lead guitarist are both female. Okay. It was a split 50-50. They sound a little like bluesy, little heavy.
Okay.
And I can't remember the name for the life of
me.
me.
Find it and we'll listen.
And I would love to add it to this list because I know you'd like it.
All right. That sounds cool.
And they're almost like just this side of sludge metal, but a little faster paced. Too hard to describe.
Now, see, and another thing I want to tell you about this list is that there are bands that I'm holding close to my chest that I haven't put on any list yet.
Because you're afraid I'm going to shit on them?
No, because I don't want to waste them.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like I gave you an H2O today, and I mean that's one of my.
I'm on board.
That's one of my all-time favorites. I'm holding. I have not put a Bad Religion on there yet.
Yes.
I have not put a fucking.
I've heard of Bad Religion. I haven't heard a lot of their stuff. I've heard some stuff.
I haven't. That's one of my. I haven't put a Clutch.
Yes, we've talked about what we want to do with Clutch.
Yeah.
That's going to be a 3-parter.
Yeah.
That's going to be 3 separate episodes looking at individual albums.
Yeah.
Because apparently I am so undereducated in Clutch. I need 2 grown-ass men to explain to me why I'm a moron. I am, but I don't think I need the explanation. I do. But yeah,
I don't think it's going to be an I think it's going to be a discussion.
Yeah, it's always a discussion.
The funny thing with you is I was listening to Clutch on the way home the other day, and I'm listening, and I'm like, I don't know if Dave's going to like this. And you told me that Luigi said the same thing. I've told you this as well. They don't put out a bad album.
Yes.
Every album that comes out, I'm like, fuck.
Sean says it too.
Sean fucking great album.
Sean's like, all the albums are good. I'm like, give me an album to listen to, and he's like, yeah, all of them. Just list every one of them. I go, it doesn't work like that.
Well, I started thinking of that, and we don't have to talk about this here.
And he had the same suggestion: first, middle, and newer.
Right, absolutely. They just came out with a brand new album a few months ago. So
yeah. So we're gonna end up doing what we're gonna call the conversion sessions. They're gonna try to convert me into a Clutch fan, and we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna go into it with an open mind.
Yeah.
And we'll take it from there.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna ask you to jiggle that mouse. Please don't click anything. I'm afraid you're gonna delete something.
It's not doing anything.
Oh shit, he broke it.
Dave, it's not doing anything.
I think the power's off. I'm kidding. Right click. Not right click. The other click.
This?
Yeah, right click.
I don't know what right is anymore. I'm scared.
Holy shit.
Ah, shit.
Oh, I think he fucked it up again. No, it's still going. All right. Woo!
All right. Go ahead, Dave. You do first.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, say goodbye.
So I'm changing my Instagram name, so I'm not giving it out. Because basher.exe is stupid. I've decided it's stupid.
What was it, by the way?
Basher.exe.
No, but I mean, what does that mean? What is?
Okay.
I know .exe is execute a whole file.
Yeah, and Basher is I I've been widely considered a basher in my days. Just someone who would swing first and ask questions later.
Yeah, we've spoken about that.
Being a human raw nerve.
Okay.
And you are?
I'm Nugs29, NOOGZ29 on Instagram. You can look me up on Facebook. I'm just my name. And we got a website. It's hitthestagepodcast.com. We are Hit the Stage Podcast on YouTube. And we will be having a TikTok soon. Wow, I sound fucking old.
We're
going to have a TikTok soon.
We're too old for TikTok.
Yeah. No, we're gonna put clips up there. We pick out stupid shit that we say, and we're gonna put it on there and see what happens.
Do you want to tell them how I picked the clips?
Oh, go ahead.
I find where he laughs the hardest by the waveform. I find it. I pull out why he laughed, and that's what I put up because I laugh more at you laughing at stupid shit I say than the stupid shit I say. Every once in a while, I'll say something so fucked up I laugh out loud at it.
Yeah. So that's it. We'll talk to you next time. Hail Halford.
Hail Halford. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves, and we are gonna go.
Bye, everybody.